Hello everybody, welcome to another day in my life as a reseller. I think that I was stressed out because of the Poshmark meltdown yesterday. I didn't fall asleep till like 6 and then I woke up at 8:30 and then I finally fell back asleep and woke up at like 2 in the afternoon. I'm starting my day by listing a few things. I've got this nice teak tray and these little boxes and a mid-century modern tray. I'm feeling kind of pessimistic about Poshmark right now, to tell you the truth though. I'm really wondering what their game is. They are trying to blame the meltdown on people using automation, but people with different types of automation apps got all their listings taken down. So what are the chances that multiple automation apps are going to remove people's listings at the same time? Beside the fact that Sidekick isn't even able to remove listings unless it's relisting something for you. And on top of that, there were people who don't use automation and they had all their listings removed as well. So I don't believe it that it came from the automation side. I think it was Poshmark. I think that Poshmark is trying to recode their system so it's impossible to link your closet to automation. And maybe whatever they did just kind of went too far. Somehow it deleted all the listings. Maybe that was even on purpose, and it affected all kinds of people, as you see, even ones who don't use automation. After we got all our listings back, that wasn't the end of the problems. As I mentioned yesterday, we were told to change our passwords by Poshmark. By doing that, it unlinked us from Sidekick. Then when we tried to relink our closets to Sidekick, Poshmark would flag this as an unusual login activity and kick us out of our Poshmark and force us to change our password. I was able to change my password and get back in, but there were some people that were absolutely not able to get back into Poshmark because it wouldn't send them the one-time code. So now some people are locked out of their accounts. It's enough to make you want to get rid of Sidekick, right? And I think that that's the goal. However, without the help of automation, all the things that you have to do to run your Poshmark closet like a business become overwhelming and too time consuming. Like today, I'm bulk sharing on the laptop. I have to keep going back in there and resetting the thing and keep checking I'm not a robot. Also, I'm not able to run silent auctions. And those are the main two things that I was using Sidekick for. I wasn't using it to relist, and I wasn't even using it to send offers. Just silent auctions and sharing. But the silent auctions, which by the way, I never sell anything in them. If I have to do them manually, it's a lot of work. It means you got to sit there in front of your phone and run all the items manually, which could take you, well, my auctions, I used to run them for an hour and a half. You think I'm going to sit there and poke my phone for an hour and a half? It's just not manageable. I gotta bring all this to Canada Post. Once again, I'm running over there at the last minute. I keep forgetting that they close at 4. Shit, I brought the Purelator box by mistake. I gotta go back up. Karen asked me if I wanted to go thrifting with her today. Of course I want to go thrifting. But with everything that's going on with Poshmark, I'm feeling kind of iffy about it. And I don't feel like I want to bring in more inventory. Let's wait and see how it goes and if I can still make sales with all this crap. Hoping the post office is open. Great. They're open till 6 now. Got one more order to pack, but luckily I've got the box in my car. This amazing jacket is the last thing I gotta pack up, and then I gotta do another trip. All that is gonna go to Purelator, and that's gonna go into recycling. Word on the street is that the app is still malfunctioning and now people are not able to make purchases. I'm feeling very lucky because this morning I came across a shirt that I had liked before, but I didn't buy it. And then when I went to look for it with the horrible search function, I couldn't find it. And today it appeared and I bought it right away and I can't wait to get it. Oh my God, no. Look, there's a little hole. I have some pretty good skills though, so I think I can fix it, but what a pain. I totally didn't see it. I like rewove it, but there's a bit of the orange thread that's missing. Although it's completely secured. It does look like a little gray patch there though. Okay, well I did say good vintage condition, light signs of wear throughout. So I'm gonna go ahead and send it, and you could actually see the picture of the hole in the listing. So now it's not a hole. Now you see like it's a little darker, but I think it should be fine. Thank God Gunner's helping. He's going to Canada Post and I'm going to Purolator. I hope this is the last time I have to do Purolator because it's kind of a pain in the ass. Doing a little grocery run. Gunner is well stocked in snacks. I do wish that he had some better eating habits. They're the famous chicken nuggets. And let's not forget the samosas. I wish, but in the end, you know, if it's between fed versus not fed, refusing to eat, I'll take fed. Man, I'm so hungry. I didn't eat all day. I'm gonna eat this. It was on special. I hope I don't get food poisoning. I'll let you know if I do. Ew. The rice is all dried out. And it tastes super fishy. I think it's okay though. Today is turning out to be kind of a chill day for me, I guess. Other than the running around to the post office and fixing flaws, I've been cleaning my kitchen. I'm gonna clean up my apartment. And I just made some dinner, made shepherd's pie. And then I gotta take care of Aaron. And I'm waiting to see if anything new comes up with Poshmark. But for now, I really just want to put Poshmark out of my head, and I need some TV therapy. I'm going to go watch some TV with my son. I'm having some much-needed R&R time with my sweet boy. And periodically, I'm checking the laptop to see if it's sharing, and look what it's doing. It keeps doing this. It's been doing this all day. I set this to share this afternoon, and I have to keep coming back and doing this because it just keeps getting stuck. It's taken all day to share 978 listings. I had one sale. Praise the Lord. How did that happen? Considering, but I'm finding it's really quite unmanageable to run Poshmark professionally without some kind of assistance. So I'm going to wrap it up here. So here's where it's at right now. Most people have gotten their closets back. A lot of people have been able to relink their closet to their virtual assistant. However, some people have been locked out of Poshmark. I'm not really sure what the circumstances were. I think came close to that myself when I tried to relink to my Sidekick. And it kicked me out of Poshmark again, like locked my account and made me reset my password. And when I went to reset it, I had to do it 3 times before it finally sent me a code. So I'm not sure if those people were trying to relink or just like everybody got a notice to reset your password. When some people did it, they just weren't able to. Some people did not get a password reset email or they didn't get a code, so they weren't able to get back in. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I sure hope that gets sorted. What a nightmare. And right now, everybody's kind of still speculating about what was the cause of all this. I have a theory at this point. It was about 3 days before this hit on Poshmark. People had been getting a message on Sidekick from someone saying, we're going to discontinue the service. I can't remember exactly how they phrased it, but something like, we're going to discontinue the service. Everyone who uses this service will be sucked, which is a very weird way to put it. It's not really the way we normally would say things in English. I don't know if it was autocorrect, changing it from the F word, or this is just a person where English isn't their first language. They did have an Asian name. But anyway, it was a very weird message, and it scared people. And then Sidekick said it was a former employee, and they did not have access to anything else inside Sidekick besides that they could send this message, and that everything was fine. And then a few days later, this happened. Okay, so my theory is that a former Sidekick employee who now works for Poshmark was able to go back into Sidekick and send this message, and that behind the scenes, Poshmark is trying to make it impossible for people to use automation, and that they did something in their coding to try to like flag all the accounts that use automation, possibly kick them out, make them have to log back in, or um, send them some kind of warning, maybe a suspension, like something. I think it has something to do with Poshmark trying to ban automation. I don't know exactly what, but I think that what ended up happening was it went horribly wrong. I don't think they intended to delete all the listings on the site. I mean, why would they? You know, they're losing money. That would be stupid. But on top of that, it affected people who don't and have never used automation. So as much as Poshmark is trying to kind of blame Sidekick, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm calling conspiracy here. I think that someone who now works at Poshmark, worked at Sidekick, was able to go in there and send that message. And then they went through with this to make it look like this came from Sidekick. Okay, you guys know me. You know how I think. Well, I'm kind of leaning in that direction. Like, I call conspiracy. I really do. I think that this was a conspiracy gone wrong. And it's not funny though, because there's people that are still locked out. There's people still haven't gotten their listings back. I am not relinking to Sidekick, so right now my poshing sucks because it's really not manageable, you know? But I'm hoping that everything will get sorted and all those people are going to get back in and everything's going to be okay. And in the meantime, I'm still working on my death pile. For example, I had these nice brand new with tag Zara jeans, and they're great too. They're size 10, they're wide leg, and they were just missing a button. But look, I found this rhinestone button. I think I'm going to put it there. I tried a lot of buttons, but in the end, I went with the bling. I think it's the best fit. It looks really cool. So that's it for me for tonight. I sure hope this gets sorted soon. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.